The ultimate offshore vault list. How to hide $100 million plus like it's nothing. I will show you the private vaults that I personally use and that billionaires use all over the world. Obviously, this is for my smaller audience, not my main audience. So if you are a millionaire or multimillionaire, this is gonna benefit you. And I have to say this in every video. Here at Wealthy Expat, we do not condone illegal activity, nor do we facilitate it. So please, all the assets that you protect in these vaults, they have to come from legal sources, and we only work with clients with legal source of funds. The first vault that I personally use was in Dubai. I still use it. I still have the keys for it. I still have everything. I take some risk telling you that I have this vault, obviously, but that is HBS Privé. I know the owner of the vault. I've been to the vault many times to take my things and put new things. I know the security of the vault. I know absolutely everything about this vault. And although there are other vaults in Dubai and the UAE, HBS Privé, in my personal opinion, is the most private. They're not going to share your information to a bank or something. I mean, the only way that somebody would actually go there and take your stuff is one, that they know that you have an account there, and two, if you have a warrant from Dubai police. So if Dubai police has a warrant or UAE police has a warrant against you and they know that you have assets there, then they have to give them access because it's the UAE police. Obviously, they have to give them access to the vault. But in any other case, they won't tell a bank. They won't tell anybody really. They won't report nothing. So you can put their hardware wallets for crypto. You can put their gold. You can put their precious metals. You can put their watches, for example. If you have a watch that is worth $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, you want to leave it there. You want to travel through Europe and you don't want to get it stolen. You want to leave it in Dubai. You can do that. You can also leave, for example, memorabilia or antiques, anything that has a lot of value. And it could be monetary value. It could be a hardware wallet with $100 million in it, or it could be sentimental value, or it could be the seed phrase to your hardware wallet. So you have the hardware wallet on you to travel, but the seed phrase is locked away in the vault just in case, in order to not have it anywhere and not have it shared anywhere. So also, you can combine this as much as you like, and HBS Privé has multiple locations. The one that I personally use is Jumeirah Lakes Towers. Obviously, I'm taking a lot of risk in even saying it on YouTube that I have a vault account there, but I highly recommend them, and I've used them for years. Another place that I recommend for vaults is Singapore. There is a vault called the Safe House. I've had clients that have used that. I haven't personally used it. The one that I mainly use is HBS Privé, and it works out really well for me. I do have another vault account in Switzerland, but this one specifically in Singapore works out really well for a lot of clients. And again, you can put anything there as long as it's legal. Obviously, you're not going to put some drug or something in the vault. Obviously, they need to know that everything that is there is absolutely legal, and the money coming into the vault is also obtained in a legal way. And they do KYC as well in all of these vaults. It's not like you can just have a special code or a special number. No, they need to have your ID. And that's also the way that you get access to the vaults, by showing your ID and then matching it, and then matching your fingerprint, and then matching your eye, and then you get access to the vault, and also you have a key. So there's multiple layers of security, and they need to know that it's you. There's KYC anyway. So if you don't want any KYC, then put a vault in your house or something. But if you want this extra protection, also all these vaults, for example, this one in Singapore, and any vault that you find in Singapore, any vault that you find in the UAE, is connected to the local police. So if somebody goes in and starts shooting or tries to steal directly from the owners or tries to get access to the vault in some way, the police is called within 2 to 3 minutes and they show up there. So it's honestly the safest way to store wealth, in my personal opinion. Another place, another vault that I have experience with is in Switzerland. There is one called the Swiss Gold Safe, and they actually have specific crypto storage. So you can store your crypto in the vault. They also have gold storage, precious metals, antiques, memorabilia, anything that you want to store into the vault as long as it's legal. The Swiss police is also very efficient in case the police needs to be called. And overall, Switzerland has been for many decades and hundreds of years a safe jurisdiction, although now they're not as neutral. So if you come from a sanctioned country, for example, they might not accept you. You might need to go to the UAE to store your wealth. In that way, for people that are based in Europe or close to Europe, or it's easier to travel to Switzerland to gain access to their assets, this could be a great option. Before getting a second citizenship, a second residency, or moving abroad, you want to book a one-on-one call with me and my wealthy expat team, we've helped thousands of people all over the world improve their freedom, their asset protection, and their citizenship portfolio. You want to click the link in the description and book a one-on-one call with us today. Liechtenstein, Austria, and New Zealand have also been places where my clients have used private vaults, and I've heard good stories of people using these countries, although I personally don't have experience with it and I haven't been to any vaults in these three countries. Liechtenstein I've been many times. I love the banks in Liechtenstein, I love the private banking, and so on. So based on my experience, I can also say that the vaults should be really good. And also Austria, also a relatively safe jurisdiction, and obviously New Zealand, a country that is seen as a safe jurisdiction in case of a world war. If you're based in Australia, then New Zealand makes a lot of sense, although you also have some vaults in Australia. But something that you need to be aware, because this has happened in the United States with the FBI raiding safety deposit boxes, is that if you put your wealth into one of these safety deposit boxes or into one of these storages, the government can always go and take it from you, and in some cases without a warrant. So in my personal opinion, having your assets in a place like UAE, although the UAE has very strict laws and they could get a warrant in not an appropriate way. So for example, if you get into a business deal with a local Emirati and they want to screw you, then they could get a warrant and get access to your vault. But in my personal opinion, having a vault in UAE or Switzerland is safer than having it in a place like Ireland or the UK or New Zealand. For those of you based in the US or Canada or Latin America, Panama also has good safety deposit boxes and vaults, as well as the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands, I've heard many stories of people that store their wealth in Cayman Islands, specifically in vaults in Cayman Islands, and they have a great experience with Cayman Islands. And obviously it's an easy flight to the United States and from the United States and to Canada as well. And Panama as well has a lot of flights. If you don't want to fly all the way to the UAE, all the way to Switzerland, all the way to New Zealand to store your wealth, then these two could be better options for you. And the last jurisdiction that I would recommend here, specifically for Chinese individuals, would be Hong Kong. If you don't want to go to Singapore and store your wealth in Singapore, Hong Kong does offer also some vaults, safety deposit boxes, crypto storage, as well, specifically for Chinese citizens that want to go to Hong Kong and they don't want to have many issues storing their wealth. That could be a great option. If you want to protect your assets, obviously in a legal way, in the best way possible, you want to check out this video right here on how I personally protect my assets, having multiple companies around the world, multiple residency permits, multiple citizenships, and multiple structures that allow me to protect my personal assets. Check it out right here.